Years, I think we've long established ourselves as an open, welcoming community, totally dependent on the visitors that come to us from our surrounding states. And when this ordinance came out, Ordinance 2223, first of all, there was the big question of why in the world would we think we needed an ordinance like that? We've proven that time and again how welcoming and open our community is. I do feel like it was a bad ordinance. It was passed in a way that was not favorable to many of the residents. They weren't given a chance to weigh in on it. There's so many unknowns in the ordinance. You know, as a business owner, you don't know necessarily how all the things are going to apply to you. You also, it can be costly, I believe, and I really fear the continued litigation that it will cost for us, not only for the business individuals, but also for our city. You know, our city finances are struggling as it is.
And this would give anyone the right to come into a personal bathroom, a ladies' bathroom. I mean, they might not necessarily be that way. As a mother and a grandmother, and having young children and even innocent ladies going into the bathroom, this would open us up to being abused in any way, and I will stand against this ordinance if for no other reason, just for that. There's people coming from outside of our community coming in here and causing trouble. These people don't even live here, and they are pushing this ordinance. And the innocent people in our community don't even know about this. They think that it's our community. So if we'll have a heads up, this isn't even from the inside. This is from the outside, causing trouble in our town.
Human rights issue as a black man. No one has been lynched. No one has to sit on the back of the bus. This is not a human rights issue, it's a human behavior issue with the due process of law and no way to appeal. And the person that we do appeal to is also the judge and jury, which is the mayor. I have nothing against the gays. I love them. But as far as the law itself, I don't feel like that's a very good law, especially if no due process.
We have an ordinance here that was created that didn't have a need. In fact, the city council himself made that statement just last year in August. Probably the best in the state, maybe even one of the best in the country as far as a community where people are getting along. And I hate the fact that the city council saw fit to do this. I know that the motivation was out of a sense of kind of pushing back against the state law, but it's a shame that they chose to divide a community in order to, you know, I hope that the ordinance is repealed and maybe we can kind of have that sense of community that existed prior to that.
I have a lot of problems with 2223. I have grandchildren. It breaks my heart when they come here and they don't understand. I don't want to have to deal with my grandchildren having to go to a bathroom and me supervise them because I don't know who's in there. My heart breaks for the churches and the businesses here because I don't personally want to be forced to have to deal with someone telling me what I have to do or who I have to hire. That should be my God-given right. My heart breaks for Eureka Springs because this is a godly city and I see it decaying with all of the anger and unrest in the city, and we love everyone. I personally do not discriminate against anyone. I don't plan to now. But I don't want to be forced by anybody's agenda on my life to try to change me to think their way.